in-state showdown. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Purdue's offense will take the field first. The Hoosiers had no problem as they ran away from the Boilermakers the last time they met.
And that was a game Purdue fans want to forget. They made way too many mental errors in that one. It really was Purdue.
Yeah, and I guess Purdue needs to produce today if Purdue wants to do something special.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home. Now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
The give on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
And the Boilermakers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense has its first opportunity of the day. He's only got a few games left to make that final impression on Heisman voters, but based on the season he's had so far, he's certainly run his way well into contention, David.
It's been unbelievable. It's been unbelievable to be a running back to impact the game this much. Consistently, week in, week out, take the physical pounding and still be elite. Finishing this season with...
Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. grab near the marker. It's McFadden. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And the Hoosiers in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll throw it from the red zone. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers. A methodical drive, and they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The old Oaken Bucket dates all the way back to 1925, but the rivalry itself goes back even further. 1891, alumni associations from both sides decided what's the perfect, most suitable trophy. Well, of course, an Oaken Bucket.
Yeah, of course, a bucket. A bucket's the perfect reason and the perfect thing to fight for. What are you going to win today? I'm going to win a bucket. No, but I mean, I think the history of it's cool, but Jesse, when you make it a trophy game, it's just so much more fun. It's so much more energy. It's so cool. You're going to celebrate with it. You're going to go grab it right after the game.
Yeah, you know, both Purdue and Indiana, they're hoping to add a score, a date, the city this game is played in. Someone's adding a P or an I to the old Oaken Bucket.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get...
Oh, he's got some space. Pulled down for the tackle.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Finds his big tight end. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got his man. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. He'll get rid of it. Finds space on the right. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. Turning it on. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands. It's McFadden. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gets it to the back on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The run to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Got room to work. Flying out to the left. The 30. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. He'll pull it on the read. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Now a lot of work to do to... The Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice.
There he goes. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep, Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Now on the move. Touchdown, Indiana! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Oklahoma State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. It's complete to the right.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
The Boilermakers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
And the Boilermakers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll move the tight end. They'll try to run for it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This rivalry dates back to 1891, and you want to know how important the old Oaken bucket is? When Lee Corso won it for the first time, he slept with the bucket.
There are NFL players that don't sleep with the Lombardi Trophy, so that just shows you how important this trophy is to these two teams.
Well, it shows you how awesome Lee Corso is, too, because he's also the guy that, when he had a lead on Ohio State, called a timeout, brought all of his players on the field, and took a picture in front of it saying Indiana was beating Ohio State.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Boilermakers will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes the catch at the 30. He's got great speed. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Here comes the option. Here's the handoff. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Hoosiers! He broke away from the defense defense, and they couldn't catch it.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one?
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. Takes it on the return. Slips through the line. Smashes through the tackle. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Leads it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. He's got 98 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Oh, better look out. Fights off a defender. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got him. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
42, Purdue, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Intercepted, and the defense has set them up. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, they'll try the middle. past the sticks, and he may get more. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Wants to fire on second down. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, the old oaken bucket is on the line, and already the Hoosiers and Boilermakers have given us some impressive moments. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Purdue and Indiana plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Boilermakers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. He wants to change this route. They'll open the second half with a run. Plows through the defense. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play, and nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
Quick release on the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Indiana! He got a step and just dusted the field. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 6 over Oklahoma State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the air on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the field.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Gets it past the marker. Stopped just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Right on the money. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Boilermakers are facing 3rd and inches. He'll go to the sneak. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Boilermakers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up in the 28. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll go to the ground. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got a man. It's Owens. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. Got a little space. Turning it on. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Indiana! The Hoosiers are taking control of this game against the Boilers.
IU speeding away now. You can feel the momentum shifting towards Indiana's sideline. Purdue's got to do something now to get some of that back.
Oh, they can feel the bucket in their hands already. The rivalry game, they've done a great job handling their emotion, taking the lead. Now they just got to finish.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bohannon. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step too here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground. Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Time Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll toss it to the left. And he'll be stopped for no gain on the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wide receiver going in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Owens. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Wants to throw, it's Bettis. Good timing on the quick out. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Washington. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll leave it with him. Finds a little space. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Boilermakers with the 1st and 10. It's a draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Indiana. The defense putting points on the board. That might be the proverbial fourth quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a...
There he goes! And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Boilermakers have taken it inside the 20. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. And this one is perfect. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say now. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Bettis. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
This defense knew coming into the game they were going to try and get this guy the football because of his speed, but when he's running over the middle of the field, they want to put a hat on him and make him feel them. They did that right there. The hit causes the incompletion.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. And that ball's incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Pound 55 weak.
The inside handoff. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. On the move, he fires. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the...
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Looking to throw, it's Bettis. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, charged loose by the hit.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Wants to throw on third down. Makes the grab. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They'll go back to the air on second down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He makes the catch. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Looking for the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. This time around, the old Oaken Bucket will spend the year in Bloomington as Indiana beats Purdue. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.